Here is the MCert 2023 coursework assignment. This is in prep for the coming exam. So if you can do all these, the idea is I suppose you can do the exam. Let's find out. So we're solving. Let's choose 1D this time. So I've got, I'll restate the question. So 5x plus 2 all times 1 minus 3x is equal to 6x plus 5. I like to spread them out a little bit over the page so I've got plenty of room to maneuver if I need to. So, well, lots of things I can do here. And there's, I suppose I would expand the brackets first. That would make a bit of sense. So that implies that I've got a 5x. I'm going to leave the 5x where it is. But I am going to go plus, and I'm going to now expand the components. 2 times 1 is going to be 2. And then I'm going to do the next bit. By the way, I see people doing these little loops, which is great. But sometimes they just do all the loops and then do the stuff. Best to do the loops, and each time you do a loop, you do the calculation. So 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times negative 3x is, well, 2 3s are 6. And it's going to be an x, and a positive times a negative is a minus. Got it. Keep equals under each other. 6 times x is 6x, and 6 times positive 5 is going to be 6 5s are 30. All right, so really what we're going to do now is we're going to collect like terms. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start to get rid of the x's on this side. So I'm going to actually subtract 6x from both sides. So I'm going to subtract 6x from this side and subtract 6x from this side. Of course, 6x minus 6x is 0. So this leaves me with a 30 here. Now I've got a 5x on the side, so that implies that. And I've got a 5x here. I've still got my 2, and I've got a negative 6x and another negative 6x. Well, if I think of that in terms of the number line, here's a 0 here. I got a 6x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my 6x, it's negative. And I've got another negative 6x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Makes me to negative 12x. So what I ended up with here is a minus 12x, and everything's equal to 0. All right, so what have I got now? Well, I've got a 5x minus a 12x. Well, if I've got 5 chickens and I take away 12 chickens, that leaves me with negative 7 chickens. I've still got my plus 2, and the whole thing is equal to 30. All right, let's tidy this up a little bit. I can probably situate this side a little bit closer to the equal sign. So that implies that. And I'm going to pop this all a bit closer now. In fact, I'm going to rewrite it there. Minus 7x plus 2 is 30. Well, if I can get rid of this 2, then I'm just left with all x's. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. There it is. And 2 minus 2, of course, is 0. So that means minus 7x is equal to, well, 30 minus 2 is minus 28, or negative 28. Now, this is where we suddenly come into positives again. So if I was to divide everything by negative 7, divide this by negative 7, divide this by negative 7, well, negative 7 divided by negative 7, anything divided by itself is 1. And negative 7 divided by negative 7 is 1. 1 times x leaves me with an x. Now, the signs are both negative. When I divide and the signs are both negative, or I multiply and the signs are both negative, or in fact, if I multiply or divide and the signs are the same, and there's just 2 components, like just 2 things, then the answer will always be positive. 7 goes into 28 4 times, because 4 7s are in fact 28. And because of that, that means 28 divided by 7 is 4. So I could just write a 4 here, and because they're both negative, the answer is a positive 4. Therefore, x is equal to 4 is my answer.